Green Students Fundraising, what is it all about?
Well, what we are is we sell, instead of kids selling chocolate bars, magazines, we offer a green alternative. So we go in and we teach kids about the environment, teach them about the 3 R's and how they can go out and make a difference. So not just teaching them about it, but what they do is they go and sell green products as a way to help the environment. And by doing so, they're raising money for their schools at the same time. And they're offering products that people already want to buy. So no one really loses from the equation. The idea came from traveling in New Zealand. They live a lot more sustainable there. They're a lot greener. And when I was there, I was kind of struck by how you can kind of live with the environment and still have a fully functioning economy. I was thinking, there has to be ways here because eventually we're going to have to go green as well. And I came up with the idea that, everyone was selling light bulbs, but not everyone was buying them. So we ended up selling, why not have kids sell them? People buy them and save money, and then kids can learn about the environment. So it was just a natural fit, and it's kind of grown from there to the point where we're not about light bulbs anymore. We have a full educational piece. We have a whole bunch of products that we're bringing to the table that everyone already wants to buy.
Right.
And we're able to kind of offer a lot better package to the schools than what we were before. So we get the little altruistic, do a good thing, but also able to raise money at the same time. It's amazing watching it grow. We started off with 4 pilot schools, and then when you grow to the point where you're doing 30 schools in a month, it takes a lot of organization, a lot of structure. So we worked really well over the last 3 months to put that structure in place. So not just 1 or 2 people running the organization, but you have a staff of 7, and we don't do all the projects ourselves. So anything that comes into us gets worked in quite seamlessly.
So what did you find that motivated the kids?
Having a really energizing presentation. Having prizes that they really got behind. We even have some of our prizes are green too.
So let's talk a little bit about these ones here. I'm not trying to kick your butt on this one, but my point is that, I was a consumer, walked in and went, are they going to give us into paranoia forever? I get tired of this, So
it's a battle that right now it's really hard to win. With stainless steel, it's so hard for, all the stainless steel is made in one city for pretty much the entire world. So what Clean Canteen, what they can do is they're so big that they're big enough to control the factories, so they make sure that the standards are in place. Everything that leaves is independently tested. It's just one piece of stainless steel, so there's no real way for it to go wrong. A lot of times when you add in paints or plasticizers, that's when it can get into more of a safety issue. But this is just simple steel. It's really, it just comes straight from the refinery.
This makes a lot of sense. All right, so now that we know that if I lose my sippy top, that you can help me out. Thanks, Jennifer. Nellie's dryer balls. When you're doing presentations, I guess you're talking to kids in schools about, what works and why it works. It's obviously I'm just going to assume you're tying in what good choices can be made. So it also talks about this product.
Yes.
What is it?
Well, basically you put these 2 balls into your dryer and it breaks your fabrics up, so it takes less time to dry your clothes. So you're using less electricity and reducing your carbon footprint.
Really? Mm-hmm. And this is a product that got its start in Europe?
The UK is where they come from. Yeah, and they're very popular now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't have any of those.
They also reduce the dryer sheets that a lot of people use, and those are petrol based. So a lot of people get irritation of the skin from those, and they have toxins in them as well. So this is a more natural way.
So instead of throwing on those sheets that make it smell what it does, does doing this cause
the points actually soften your fabrics?
They do. Do they wear them out?
No, not any more than you would have in a dryer.
Really?
Yeah.
And price point?
These are $20.
$20.
Yes.
So the school sells them for $20.
Yeah.
And they'll get $5.
And they're $5. So basically, people are winning $5 or $6 on items that you have here.
Right.
Is that enough of a? It seems like a decent margin.
Yeah, we're doing about 25 to 30%. So we could offer more. It was just a matter of keeping things affordable. So a lot of times, you'll sell a chocolate bar for $2 or $3, where it's really just overpriced, just so that you can raise money. But we try to offer them at a fair price,
right,
and still able to raise money. We have actually an environmental science master's student who's interning with us in developing our educational curriculum. So it's a full video presentation that we have. We teach the kids about the 3 R's. We try to make it cool, make it simple, and really easy to understand. and then it translates right into the products that we're offering and what we're trying to do.
Right.
So it's really it's no hassle either. It's really just the school puts on the video and talks to the kids about what are they doing to reduce, what are you doing to recycle, and that's really the message that we're trying to convey. Just
very
say
interactive.
I reduce by, yeah.
So how does the school get it?
We send it off to them. So we create the DVDs, and they do the presentations themselves.
And do you charge for that package, for them to buy the package?
It's all included. What's great about our programs is there's never a cost to the school at any point in the program. They never have to outlay anything. So we take care of everything for them. There's no risk. There's no cost.
So a school would then go to the website, log on. Jennifer, marketing director, tell us what happens.
Yeah, well, what they do is they go to the website and they get our contact information, and they get in touch with our school liaison, Michelle, and she takes care of them from start to finish. And Corey deals a lot in the middle with the invoicing.
Right.
So we are with them the whole way through. We answer any questions they have. We offer them supplementary material if they have any questions.
Let's talk about that supplementary material.
Well, we help them. We want their fundraiser to be successful because that's good for us and good for them. So we have 10 steps to a successful fundraiser that Michelle actually developed, and she's excellent with the schools. So we give them that, and then we also give them ideas of how they can promote it along the way, what they can do through their messages in the school, posters, anything that they want to do that's promoting it. And any questions they have, we're there to answer.
A lot of the things that we actually offer the schools are feedback that we've received from parents and teachers. So it's we just kind of grow the program from what they say. So it's, we do really listen to what the teachers have to say.
And what have you learned?
We've learned that there's a lot.
The number one thing, if I can jump in, is today fundraisers are not what they were when we were in school. Kids don't typically go door to door because it's not as safe. So what we've learned is it's really important to appeal to the mothers in particular, or the fathers who are helping their children fundraise, because they'll be taking it to work, they'll be taking it to the family members. Really what motivates the children is the prizes that they'll receive, but it's the parents are so involved in it. It's like they have to help sell. So we really have to appeal to the parents.
And what did you do to change that stress? So what did you have to give the parents to help them be
involved
good?
And be more involved? Yeah.
We'll get the job done.
It's two things. One, the products that we're selling, parents and teachers love because they're green and they're also kid friendly.
Right.
And the other reason is the educational component. And parents love when you teach their children and help them become educated and teach them about the environment. They like that it's educational and you're not just shipping them boxes of candies and telling them to sell.
Right.
So particularly I think that's the market that's likes this fundraiser that we're running, and that's the number one thing that I personally learned from this that's different than a typical fundraiser. We actually currently do schools, but as well as church groups, clubs, sports centers.
Yeah, sports teams and everything else. Sports teams have a big.
Yeah, we
big
serve all those different groups. Yeah.
Yeah. How many? Predominantly, though, it's.
Predominantly, it's elementary schools because they typically are the ones that have to fundraise every year.
Yeah.
But yeah,
what's really interesting is we actually find a lot of schools that create their green team. They'll organize this, and we'll actually provide a lot of seed funding. That's it ends up being probably the best club in the school.
Yeah.
Based on how much money they have. So it's pretty funny.
How do you find before we go to how you get the products? How do you find places that traditionally are low economic areas? Are you making an impact? It's easy to go to the schools that have a higher income area, but what about the lower income areas?
Well, I remember one of the first schools we did was Winchester Public School, which was in a poor area of Toronto, and I didn't think we didn't think it was going to do well. It was actually our best school for the semester, and ends up it's just a matter of the drive of the students and the support of the community. What we offered light bulbs back then, and what we're also getting back into now is a lot of lower price items, so not necessarily just a $10 or a $20 product, but some that are under 10, even as low as $5, so that are still able to raise money.
That's what we're looking into right now.
Yeah. It's done quite well. Even soccer teams, you have a team of 10, 15 girls, they'll sell, we had a group that sold 300 water bottles. And it's just, that's a quick $2,000 for their team, for their traveling team.
Yeah, bam.
And they don't have to do much work. And then they end up coming back. We had a school that came back and did 9 orders in a spring of all of our products because they just
Right.
kept wanting to come back and back and back.